This is 1480 KRAE Cheyenne.
As Cheyenne's weather turns warmer, dust and pollen can become a problem for those with allergies, asthma, or respiratory issues. And the last thing you want in the summer heat is poor air quality in your home or office. So it's time to turn to Marv's Plumbing and Heating. That's right, Cheyenne's most trusted plumbing, sewer, and heating business also services air conditioning. Marv's Plumbing and Heating, 1515 Logan Avenue, can handle all your air conditioning needs. Give them a call, 316-7634. That's 316-7634.
Is your teenager ready to drive?
Come on, Mom. Let's go.
Sorry, you're not ready to drive yet.
What? Come on.
You need to complete a driver's ed class first.
The Wyoming-Montana Safety Council offers a complete driver's education program taught by Tim Woodard, former Laramie County School District's driver's ed teacher. Classes are starting soon. Please call 635-4592 to sign up or go to wmsafetycouncil.org. Wyoming-Montana Safety Council. Think safe, live safe.
What you are about to hear is a sports talk radio show unlike any other that has ever before been broadcast in the capital city of Cheyenne, Wyoming, USA. This is Cheyenne, Wyoming's Sports Talk Authority. The Wyoming Cowboys, the Denver Broncos, the Colorado Rockies, and the Denver Nuggets. The show is local, it's regional, and yes, the show is national as well. Wyoming Sports Talk Today is on the air. If they're talking sports on the radio in Cheyenne, this is the place it happens. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today.
And it is your home, Wyoming Sports Talk Today, for some great sponsors of our program. Taco John's of Cheyenne. Today, yes, and I've been seeing you line up for Taco Tuesday. It's big, it's huge, it's every Tuesday at Taco John's. Don't forget their loaded potato olays, in addition to their sirloin steak burrito, and, of course, their six-pack on a pound. Taco John's of Cheyenne. Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service, your home for Jayco RVs and fifth wheels over on Highway 30. Chick-fil-A right here at the corner of Windmill and Del Range. We know them for delicious chicken sandwiches and waffle fries and milkshakes and lunch and dinners. Well, you see them for breakfast because you get the same quality goodness each Monday through Saturday. And again, they got two convenient drive-thrus, Chick-fil-A of Cheyenne, Windmill Del Range right across from Menards Key of Cheyenne. This is the time to get behind the wheel of a 2018 Kia, maybe the Stinger. Well, you need to check it out today. Take a test drive over at Key of Cheyenne on Nation Way. Pine Valley Bank. All your banking done in a very convenient place. Well, matter of fact, two convenient places. The original location over on the north side on Vandehigh, and of course you have the east side location at the corner of College and Pershing, Platte Valley Bank. Medicap Pharmacy, for all your pharmaceutical needs with your doctor's prescription. The great staff over at Medicap Pharmacy will take good care of you as they have been doing it for many years. Same location, right where they've always been at, Bluegrass Circle, next to Texas Roadhouse. Lennox Auto Body ×2 in case this storm dumps something big. Well, Heather and her gang will make sure they get everything taken care of over there on Dunn Avenue. Or if you need the Auto Glass and Detail Center to make sure it's clean like it's supposed to be from Lennox Auto Body and Lennox Auto Detail Center, then you want to get a hold of them over on Pershing Boulevard, the Auto Glass company right there on Pershing.
Doesn't sound like you even know what you're talking about. Tongue-tied a bit?
Yeah, because there's just so much stuff going on. The Auto Glass and Detail Center over on Pershing. We also want to mention First Tier Bank over on Stillwater Avenue at 1508 Stillwater Avenue. Talk to them about their CD rates. Some great APYs right now. Mondello's Pizzeria. We're talking about delicious Paisan cuisine 7 days a week, freshly made, including the bread. And I am a fan of their sandwiches over there at Mondello's Pizzeria. We also want to thank the Wyoming and Montana Safety Council, 635-4592. Get a hold of Tim. You need their services. Mars Plumbing and Heating at 1515 Logan Avenue, a longtime friend here in Cheyenne. Lincoln Way Liquor at 2825 East Lincoln Way. John and the crew invite you to come on by, grab a cold one for the All-Star Game for tonight. Pop it open when you get ready to watch the All-Star Game.
Probably not going to even happen. It's been raining all day in Washington.
I understand that, but I have to do the promo the way
I'm
it's
just
written.
saying, there's probably better chance of watching Post 6 baseball today than you are going to watch the All-Star game.
And looking right now at our sky, I don't know. Well, actually, it's moving more north. Let's check out our scoreboard, and our scoreboard today is brought to you by Pepsi of Cheyenne. Let's see what we got on the scoreboard from Nick.
Well, we got some action, at least out in Florida right now. Earlier game as the Cheyenne Extreme Team Galicia are competing right now in the USSSA Nationals out in, it looks like, Fort Walton Beach, Florida right now. Game 1 earlier today against the Indiana Outlaws out of Aurora, Indiana. The Cheyenne Extreme got a 2-1 victory, and game number 2 of the doubleheader today, at least they will be taking on the Big Dogs Rage out of Rockford, Illinois. That game should be wrapping up here very shortly, so at least as of right now, the Cheyenne Extreme 1-0 out in the national tournament in Florida. Post 6 Sixers are in action today as well, at least hopefully at 4 o'clock. They will be over at Powers Field taking on the Laramie Rangers. They will have a doubleheader against Laramie, so game 1, at least tentative schedule for 4 p.m. We'll see if the rain, thunderstorm right now, there is no severe thunderstorm warning or watch right now in the Cheyenne area, but who knows at this point in time. So hopefully Post 6 will be in action later today over at Powers Field.
And in Major League Baseball, Bupkis on the scoreboard, 6 o'clock the start time. And I like this. It's the Nationals versus the Americans, but it's the National League versus the American League at Nats Park in Washington, D.C.
That's what ESPN has listed, the Nationals.
Nationals versus the Americans.
Whatever.
All right.
Tells you how ridiculous ESPN is.
Well, you know,
It's a joke.
what are you going to call them? I mean, you know, that's what they always call them, the Nationals, all the time.
How about the National League versus the American League?
That's
NL versus AL.
There we go. NL versus the AL, and again, weather permitting. I just saw what you could get me for my birthday. No. Here, you all say, what do you want for your birthday? Send me to Italy. There you go.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I'm looking at my cousins right now. They're over in Bologna, and they're loving it right now.
Whatever.
All right. Our scoreboard, or lack thereof, brought to you by Pepsi of Cheyenne.
This is the Pepsi that's got a date with your taste buds. We're talking 1,000 bubbles dancing a two-step with you and 2 tacos at 2 a.m.
Order number 83. Come on, you're up.
This is the Pepsi that has mastered the art of the late-night munchies and is always down to dig into some deep dish.
Hey, we don't do deep dish, capiche?
Try telling that to Chicago. This is the Pepsi for po' boys, pulled pork sliders, and the godfather of all sandwiches, the Godfather. This is the Pepsi for street carts, anything a la carte, and is dying to make the leap into your grocery cart. Come on, take us home with you. This is the Pepsi for those who are forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
Fat, lazy, and stupid is no way to conduct a sports talk radio show. We've thrown down the gauntlet, upped the stakes, and made it clear that when it comes to sports talk radio in Cheyenne, there's a new player in town. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today, and it's only here on AM 1480 K-Ray.
We are back on Wyoming Sports Talk today. Larry Proetti, Nick Proetti.
Kid's show today.
It's a shortened show, as you mentioned to me, because you want to go out and catch some baseball here at 4 o'clock.
It is raining right now, but, is it going to last for the next hour? Doubtful. Hopefully not, but again, that Post 6 game is scheduled for 4 o'clock, at least doubleheader with the Laramie Rangers, as they will have their few remaining, at least, in-state action where they're taking on Laramie. They will also have Gillette coming up next week. All this kind of getting settled before the big Wyoming State tournament at the end of the month that will be happening here at Powers Field. So hopefully, again, I don't think the rain's going to last for the next 45.
Well, one of the nice things about Powers Field, and you can say the same for Pioneer Park, is that aside from the mound being dirt, you get that tarped right away. And again, you put down other coverings around the base pass and what have you. But these fields drain really good. Again, with the all-weather turf, again, that absorbs real good. Mm-hmm. The grass out in the outfield is going to be a little slick. So dependent on how much rainfall comes down, I think we should have no problems getting in the ball game today. Might be delayed. We don't know. It's not raining. Is it raining hard right now?
It's raining to me. At least couldn't tell you hard or anything. It just went from dry about 5 minutes ago to roads and everything are a little bit wet right now. So, again, nothing extreme, at least so far from recording of the National Weather Service. No severe thunderstorm warning or watch for this area. So it's just
well, and if you
rain.
look at the cloud passage overhead, it's blowing in a northerly direction. We were looking at some film earlier from Laramie where storm came down today, and I mean it just rained. I mean it was just total flooding, little minor flooding in the streets, but other than that, it was nothing like hail or what have you. So if we can get past this rainstorm, I think we can have some baseball today.
All this rain coming in from Vegas and everything.
However,
yeah,
we may not have baseball tonight. I mean, they're going to try. They're going to try their best to get that thing going in
Supposedly,
DC.
it's not looking like it's going to stop anytime soon. It's been raining. It seems like a consistent, at least this entire afternoon in Washington, D.C., and it doesn't look like it was slowing up anytime soon. So, is it something where MLB, does it certainly hurts the fans that are out there clearly in Washington, at least attending the All-Star. Hey, you got all the festivities, but also to again being there live to see. Hey, you saw an All-Star game. That certainly hurts that kind of population out there that is attending that, but. It's a situation for me if they were to cancel, because they're not going to move it to tomorrow, would they? Even though you do have one extra day, right? At least it is. You get the All-Star game and then one extra day off, and then, at least it's more to travel back to.
I think they lose the game. I really think they will because, again, you have like, for example, Chris Sale and Max Scherzer are throwing tonight. They got to get their rest time.
Yeah.
So they can't go out throwing tomorrow because you're hooking up with your regular teams back on Thursday when we start to play ball again.
But is it a situation if they do not play tonight, or they might extend it out to dragging it to, maybe start time is longer 6. We'll push it to 7.
Yeah, they'll probably hold. I think they'll hold out till as late as
because granted you're here
9 o'clock
you're in summer, obviously majority of those people probably taking the day off or at least those few days. Again, don't have to worry about kids going to school or anything, so it's a situation where MLB could potentially move it that farther back.
Actually, and I fibbed you, Nick. I think they'll only delay it a couple hours. If they can't get that thing underway by Mountain Time standards 8, that's 10 o'clock on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So I don't think. But if it's washed out, it's washed out.
Here's the question, though: if MLB does have to cancel the All-Star game, does that hurt? Other than at least besides those who are in DC to watch this contest, or at least paid good money to go out there and fly, is it something where MLB? Is this something that is going to affect the image of MLB?
No, because they're not responsible. That's a chance.
True.
That's a chance you take. It's even on. It's even on the tickets. When you get a ticket. It's a rain check.
Yeah.
So when we go to a Coors Field game, if it rains, you can get a ticket for. If you're rained out, you can get another ticket.
Yeah, but what a ticket for though? That's kind of the question mark.
But
again, I don't know how much All-Star game tickets cost.
But these guys that flew in for the game, obviously, we always keep an eye on weather these days. And again, if you looked at extended forecasts,
but these are people, again, if you know about the All-Star game and you want to book, again, travel,
it's a chance
you book early and you take that chance. But is it a situation where if MLB does cancel this, do they have should they have repercussions, or at least should they have something on the back end of going, hey fans, sorry, apologize for the weather, those who did travel, who paid. And again, I don't know how much All-Star game tickets cost. They're probably a little pricey compared to a normal game, obviously, but
you'll get a refund on your ticket, and that's it. That's what you're going to get. You can't get a refund on flights. Now again, if you wanted to sue Major League Baseball because you flew all the way from the left coast to the,
I don't think that would hold in court.
Yeah, that's right. Again, it's a chance you take.
Yeah.
And the way weather has been.
But I'm just saying, should MLB do anything extra than refund tickets? Should they say, hey, here's an extra, a free ticket of your choice to a game throughout the regular season?
If they want to do something like that.
I'm just saying, what would be right for Major League Baseball to do for
those? You get a free ticket to the
refund
game. You refund your ticket, and you get a ticket to the game of your choice.
At least regular season, not postseason.
Where you're from. But, that's up to Major League Baseball. But, again,
If the All-Star game doesn't play tonight, do I care? Not really. Is it something, well, I missed it? Nah. Again, you had your fun last night with the home run derby. That's all I came for. And the rest of it, other than the opening lineups or at least seeing who's the starters, getting the announcements, that's all that I really pay attention anymore for the All-Star game. But if the game itself does not play, who cares? Just get back to regular season baseball. Let's just get back to it and focus on the remainder, at least the second half of this season.
So I'm looking here now. There is a possibility, and I may and I might be blowing smoke right now. If they don't have the game tonight, they might play it tomorrow, and they might do an afternoon.
Well, that's what I was saying. It was.
I don't know,
but is that also to designate a travel day for?
Well, here's what I'm looking at though. There's only one game scheduled on Thursday.
Who?
Chicago hosting St. Louis. So that's your only game. So maybe
you allow those All-Star representatives, Rizzo or whoever. Hey, you all have your choice of playing if you want to, or you can head back to where designated. It's getting played where? Chicago or
it's at Chicago.
So again, hey, here's your opportunity. You want to play or head back to Chicago, get ready for the regular.
But have we looked at anything? Have we seen anything? Have we seen anything from Major League Baseball? What if scenarios?
No.
And that's what I think we should be doing is taking a timeout. Let's take a quick timeout. Let's take a look at the what if scenarios if tonight's game
if I'm going to even find that, good luck if that's even out there that MLB has something like that. I really doubt it. As I look right now for Washington, D.C., it does show that it is partly cloudy, at least according to the National Weather Service out there. That it's 76 degrees, but 91% humidity, so it looks like the rain's kind of kept up, or at least it's stopped.
Tapering off, yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. Again, that game is set for at least here in a few short hours.
All right, well, we're going to take a timeout. We'll come back.
We're just going to take a timeout.
All right, we'll take a timeout.
You're not going to find that. MLB's, again, why? You think the MLB, they probably have it in place, but is it something that's going to be public knowledge of, again, it's the All-Star game. Who cares? Well, it doesn't mean anything.
They always have to have a backup plan.
Yeah, but is that something that the public eye, or at least they're going to have something out there for the public to see? Again, that's so minute where, again, if they have to cancel, does Major League Baseball really care? No, not really. Other than the fans who are attending. The majority of it,
Well, and here's what we have right here.
All
right. They were saying, again, rain in the forecast for tonight. Let's see. In case you're wondering, what would happen if the rain doesn't let up? All right. This is, and again,
just get to it.
I'm getting very slow because they got a lot of, you got a lot of rain coming down over there in D.C., but I got tweets I got to get through right now. So, radar update, and they're talking more thunder showers for this. According to the Washington Post, MLB is working on a contingency plan to account for the rain. It would be dependent on a lot of factors, the forecast being the main one. Pat Courtney, baseball's chief communications officer, said Sunday. He said the league would be in close contact with both Fox Sports, its broadcast partner, and the MLB Players Association over any weather-related decisions. The first priority would be to start on time Tuesday night, even if rain later in the evening forced a shortened game as occurred in 52 in Philadelphia. 1961, the second of two All-Star games held that summer, ended in a 1-1 tie when the game was called for rain after the ninth inning.
I don't think MLB wants a tie.
Although MLB controls the decision whether and when to start the game Tuesday night, a move to Wednesday would require coordination with the Players Union owing to the travel plans of the players. The season's second half used to start on Thursday after the All-Star game, but now begins on Friday after the game. But we do have a game on Thursday for one crazy reason. I think the game on Thursday is a makeup game. That's why they're playing that one. Because
again, I knew you had extra days off after the All-Star game. It's kind of like a little mini vacation for you, essentially. Of hey, go have a little fun with the family, and then come back out for the second half of the season. But is that something that the union will allow? Is it going to be a back and forth tussle between them and Commissioner Manfred, where he seems to just mess up everything?
Well, here's the one thing I was wrong too. I said by at least 10 o'clock Eastern time, they will have a window. It has to start sometime before 11 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay, so then you got a big window there.
You got about a 3-hour window.
Yeah, so it's a situation where you could probably see him playing tonight, just get it out of the way, not have to deal with the situation tomorrow, let him play, but try to heavily avoid the tie, and we all know what happens after a tie in the All-Star game, especially in Major League Baseball. Hey, we looked at the past commissioner where he kind of went up in arms, fans got upset. MLB kind of has to tread lightly on what they do tonight if they do carry on. But again, as it's showing right now, it is partly cloudy, not raining yet, at least according to the National Weather Service, but there is still more weather in the area out there in D.C. So, again.
Looks pretty drenched, though, that's for sure. This was as of about 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
So, but again, Major League Baseball does have a plan in place, at least until tonight. For tomorrow, that might be up in the air, don't know. But I have a feeling that they're going to find that little window to get the game in tonight.
I think so. Again, I don't think the Players Union and Commissioner and the MLB front office wants to do negotiations tomorrow to play and figure out if we're putting on an All-Star game if they cancel it today. Again, Commissioner Manfred, you don't know what the hell you're doing half the time, so he would end up messing that up somehow, some way. But
and this will also change.
If they don't play the thing in all, I don't really care. I just feel bad for the fans there.
I think what's going to happen tonight, too, instead of seeing Scherzer and Sale maybe going 2 innings, they might go 1. I don't know. I mean, it depends on temperature. Like you said, it's going to be very humid out there.
They should be very thankful that
Scherzer probably will go 2 innings because it's his home.
MLB should be very thankful right now that this All-Star game no longer has that attachment of, hey, it determines World Series home field advantage. Imagine how much of a cluster that would be. Again, you wouldn't get away with, well, we could condense it down, or we'll allow ties or anything like that. I can only imagine what it would be, the scenario would be like if that attachment to the All-Star game would be, well, we got to play it. Well, now we got to figure this out.
Well, it's interesting that you brought this up because in my lifetime, and again, the last time that it was ever affected by rain, I was 4 years old. I'm almost 61.
It's not a bad, at least.
That's a hell of a run for having All-Star games. And again, the weather hasn't been the greatest in some of these affairs, but also, too, you're not going to have problems when you have it in Southern California. You're not going to have problems when it was in Miami. You're not going to have problems when it was in San Francisco. So, it's like I said, this is kind of taking me aback that there's rain. But then again, too, let's look at the way this season has gone. How many rainouts do we have in the month of May? Unbelievable.
It's been a wet year.
It's been a wet year for me.
So hopefully we don't have to hear from this city or around the areas of, we're still in a drought. That old fun thing you gotta cut back on your water because we were in a drought. It's like, please.
No, we're getting ample water, and it looks like
we're still getting water right now.
The nation's capital is getting some water as well. Like I said, so we'll flip on at 8:00.
You will. I'm just tuning in for starters.
I said we'll flip on at 8:00. We'll see where it's at. If it's going to be delayed, about a 3-hour window. That's at almost 3 hours. I would.
But that's when it's set for. Is 8:00? Are you sure?
8:00 Eastern time, 6:00 our time. So
6 o'clock.
It could be as late. Like I said, I would think that if they can't get that thing in by 8:30 our time, then it's going to be scrapped because again, that makes for a really, really long night.
Here's what you do instead, folks. Again, if you're listening right now, you're in the Cheyenne area. 6 o'clock is the start time for the All-Star game. How about instead you go over to Powers Field and watch Post 6 in action? How about that? They play a doubleheader against the Laramie Rangers. Why not?
Okay, they start.
I'm just saying, you got your options. Go. I'd rather watch local baseball.
And if I'm not mistaken, the doubleheaders are both 7 innings, right? And they'll start at 4 and roughly about
6:30 or whatever the other one wraps up.
6:30, yeah.
When the first game wraps up. But again, it's all tentative schedule. But that's just my theory. That sounds a little bit more appeasing on this Tuesday instead of I can catch the intros on YouTube or something. But local baseball, sure, why not?
Well, yeah. I mean, and again, we're winding down our season here as well. There's still almost half a season left for Major League Baseball. Speaking of Major League Baseball,
should probably take a timeout.
Well, you want to take a timeout now?
Might as well. Again, we got a condensed show. We got to get.
You gave me grief for wanting to take a timeout.
You want to do it early? I don't know what are you thinking?
All right, let's take a time out. We'll be back. We'll talk a little more baseball. Not much going on the trade wires, but a deal that's almost done. We're back after these words.
Taco John's presents Olay the Day Pep Talks.
Okay, good day in the weight room, boys. Remember, we lift weights for strength. For cardio, we lift weights faster. Wachowski, quit looking at your stomach, son. What you're looking for ain't there. If you want a six-pack, the easiest way to get one is at Taco John's.
Stop in for a six-pack and a pound at Taco John's. Get 6 crispy beef tacos and a pound of potato olays, all for $10.99.
Let's Olay the day and go get one right now. Last one there has to pick up Mrs. Coach from jiu-jitsu class.
Olay the day at Taco John's.
If it happens on the diamond, the hardwood, the field, or even the ice, we'll talk about it on Wyoming Sports Talk today. Hi, this is Nick Peretti inviting you to join Larry Peretti and myself each weekday from 3 to 5 p.m. as we, along with our special guests, talk sports locally, regionally, and nationally. And you can chat with us too at 307-514-1071. It's Wyoming Sports Talk today only on 1480 K-Ray, and you can stream live with us at 1480kray.com.
Are you looking for a pharmacist who will actually take the time to talk to you? Then come to Medicap Pharmacy. We're dedicated to healthcare only, which means we'll fill your prescription quickly, and then we'll make time to listen, answer your questions, explain your prescriptions, and tell you about possible drug interactions.
Medicap Pharmacy, we'll always make time for you.
Medicap Pharmacy, 1947 Bluegrass Circle, next to Texas Roadhouse in Cheyenne. Or call 635-3712.
Wyoming became the 44th state on July 10, 1890, and holds the honor of being the first state to include women's suffrage in its constitution. Held on the steps of the Capitol building in Cheyenne on July 23rd, the statehood celebration featured many women, including an honor guard of women's militia members and speeches by Teresa Jenkins and Amelia Post. To cap the festivities, Esther Morris presented Governor Warren with a 44-star American flag purchased by the women of Wyoming. This is Mike Strom bringing you a moment in history from the Wyoming State Archives.
Here's the latest weather forecast on 1480 K-Ray.
For today, it'll be mostly cloudy with thunderstorms likely in the afternoon with highs around 82. And for tonight, it'll be partly cloudy with rain showers likely with lows around 56. On Wednesday, it'll be sunny with highs around 87. And on Wednesday night, it'll be mostly clear with lows around 57.
We're taking Cheyenne, Wyoming Sports Talk Radio to a whole new level. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today.
Don't look at me. I think these people are completely nuts.
Stop this crazy thing!
And it's only here on AM 1480 K-Ray.
Well, before we get back to baseball, just announced the L.A. Rams have signed Brandon Cooks a 5-year contract extension. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, the deal is worth about $80 million. Cooks now in his 5th season, if I'm not mistaken. Last year he caught 65 passes for about 1,082 yards, 7 touchdowns with New England. New England lost a first-round draft pick for him after they picked him up out of New Orleans.
Just letting you know that our EAS is going off on the radio side, so at least on Periscope and YouTube, they can still listen to us right now. But we'll get you that update here in a few short seconds of what the National Weather Service is passing along. I'm assuming now we're in that severe thunderstorm as we got word that things are picking up around town here in Cheyenne. So that
business is picking up.
Apparently. Again, I'm so sick and tired of rain at this point in time. We've had all sorts of weather. Just let it be dry. And maybe that's just me coming off.
I agree.
I
agree with you.
I want 100. I just want it dry. No wind, please. Just give me it. Why can't you rain during, like, Frontier Days? Let them have fun in the mud out there.
It usually does, pal. And you'll see that it rains even harder during Frontier Days. And we get hail usually at that time, too.
Great.
All right.
Fun stuff. But anyways, the Rams did make the move. Signing that, but good at least move for them. Rams are pretty much set in stone right now, where they are. I wouldn't say clear favorites in the NFC West. Again, that
you'd have to kind of stamp them as the team.
They're up there, but it's a situation where we kind of talk about question marks, especially in football. The 49ers are certainly that team where it is. What are they going to do this year? Is it going to be something where they live up to the hype, or are they going to exceed expectations? We do not know. But anyways, a little move.
Way the Rams right now. Defensively, solid. Offensively, they've actually built themselves up to be very solid. I think this is going to be a very, very good football team. I think if if the Niners were to challenge, and let's...
And again, the 49ers have made moves. They made
I know, but
moves.
we'll throw Seattle out of the mix. We'll throw Arizona out of the mix.
Seattle is a complete mess.
But I'm just saying, the Niners, if they were to be a playoff team, which we're hoping they just make 500,
I think they would be better than 500.
They will be a wild card team. I think the West is the Rams to lose. That's my opinion.
Again, I'm not going to hand it over
Sean
to LA.
McVay has done a great job, and I'm telling you right now, he has been able to make some moves. And,
I mean, that's good for
and he's got the right people in the right places.
That's perfect, but so are the 49ers. They're addressing all those needs again.
I agree.
Right now with Shanahan at the helm, and also too with it's a situation right now in San Francisco, or at least in Santa Clara. With the 49ers, it is starting to become that kind of perfect storm where maybe this is a team that surprises a lot. Again, they are floating under the radar.
And if they surprise us, they'll get in the playoffs, but they're going to be the wild card. They're not going to win the division.
We'll see.
Yeah, well,
I think from, again, seeing both schedules, the Rams have a little bit tougher go than the 49ers. 49ers, I think, for a good amount, for over a month, they sit in warm weather, especially there in Santa Clara where they're playing there at Levi's Stadium. It's a situation where the 49ers have, I do believe, if not the easiest schedule or the second best schedule, at least in the NFL, of just kind of, being very
weak.
Yeah, I guess
they have the weaker of the schedules between.
And again, where again, a lot of also too those powerhouse teams that they will be playing do play them there in Santa Clara. So it's going to be an interesting situation. Again, one of those teams being the Denver Broncos, having to face the 49ers there in the Bay Area. So good luck to Case Keenum and that crew going out to the Bay Area.
Yeah, and again, that's a tough one for me because obviously I want to cheer for the Broncos, but
what do you mean?
I like the Bronx and I like the Niners, but I'm gonna have to wear the Niners colors on that one because this might be.
Oh, hey, it's a 49er Broncos Super Bowl like we already had. Oh, I gotta pick and choose. Do I want the Broncos or the 49ers?
I didn't. I went strictly with Joe Montana back then. Hey, I want to mention this other football noted. Pro Football Hall of Fame quarterback Jim Kelly is going to travel to New York City next month for an unexpected checkup after something came up in his recovery from March surgery that removed oral cancer and reconstructed his upper jaw. Kelly, who will receive the Jimmy V Award for Perseverance, sponsored by the Bristol-Myers Squibb folks at the 2018 ESPYs on Wednesday in Los Angeles, said the visit to New York City will take place the second week of August. Right now it's just a checkup, Kelly reports. He will be at his football clinic for children at St. John's Fisher College. It'll be a checkup, but how long will I be there until I check out? We'll see. I still have a mouthful of stitches. I'm sure they're going to pull all of those out. So, fingers crossed there on a football great in Jim Kelly. Now to Major League Baseball. The only deal that we see in the works right now, and again from Buster Olney, as he's been following this, is Manny Machado.
Yeah, usually you take his word, kind of, again, all these kind of...
Buster, and even Adam Schefter. Those are two guys you respect a little bit from ESPN.
They're accurate most of the time, but again, I still take everything with a grain of salt.
Well, here's what's going on. Machado right now looks like 4 contenders. The number one...
I mean, the number one is the team
out
of L.A., yeah.
It's the Dodgers.
And so far, they're looking to at least structure a deal right now where it's looking like it's going to be an absolute possibility that he will go with the Los Angeles Dodgers. But, again, nothing is set in stone, but they are looking at setting up a big contract to land him.
Well,
obviously Baltimore is willing to get rid of him.
Yeah, they don't want to pay the money.
Dodgers have all these pieces they can do with whatever. Maybe it's a situation where, hey, Puig is at the end,
here's the deal, too. The Phillies.
Here's some foreign people.
The Phillies front office is full of ex-Baltimore Orioles executives who love Machado.
Yeah.
See, Baltimore just doesn't have the cash.
And Baltimore's got to rebuild, clearly, as they're the only team that is clearly and definitively out of everything.
I think Machado coming to the Dodgers is going to be more of a disruption than anything. I really think.
Not really.
I think he's going to be more of a
disruption. He's just an added. And again, we've seen big bats come into Los Angeles and just kind of
fizzle.
Yeah, fizzle a bit, or either they're just kind of mid-tier of going, well, cool, I guess you signed him. It wasn't really a scary threat. We've seen that many a time with the Dodgers, especially the years between them and the Giants when they're fighting back and forth in that NL West. But right now, Machado heading out to Dodgers, it is a situation where you go, whoa, all right. They're serious right now. They want to extend away from the rest of this kind of compact NL West. They want to separate themselves and say, no, it's our division. It's ours for the taking. That is a situation. If they do land him, I go, yeah, Dodgers a little bit scary now with them, or at least a little bit more scary.
And again, Philadelphia, they're in the hunt.
Yeah, Philadelphia, especially against Atlanta, they definitely, and also too to kind of pace themselves away from the Nationals. Absolutely, Philadelphia, that would make sense for them to land him. But are they going to? Is it attractive enough? Is it going to be worth Machado's time to head out there? It's clearly what's in the best interest for the Baltimore Orioles.
And here's what's going to happen with the Dodgers.
Is the Phillies going to be able to give away a lot of pieces? They have a lot of farm.
Here's what's going to happen.
Built up picks.
If Philadelphia can't land the trade right now with Machado, they'll get him next year as a free agent. And the Dodgers may just get a gun.
I would say that again.
I think the Dodgers are just getting a gun for hire. That's all they're going to get, because right now, and
I think both teams are at this point. Again, Philadelphia, it's a situation where I can see for both of going, hey, just be our extra boost to get us into the playoffs or win our division, and that's it. And then go off into free agency, have fun, maybe restructure a deal, maybe sign you long term with us. But that's kind of what I anticipate. But the rumors are right now that L.A. is trying to avoid that and just go, no, let's get you over here and sign you now.
But Philadelphia's front office loaded with former Oriole officials who were involved in drafting and developing of Machado. We're talking President Andy McPhail, General Manager Matt Klentic, and Assistant GM Ned Rice. And right now, Philadelphia's got the money. They've got the bucks.
But again, are they going to put up the pieces that Baltimore wants? So that is the big question. LA has.
They may let LA go ahead. You take him. You let him be the higher gun. We'll go after him for free agency.
I guess, but if you're the Phillies right now, you're looking to win now. There is no guarantee next season that you're going to do anything. There is no guarantee that this team is going to repeat what they're doing this season. It's a franchise for the past, since they were in the last playoffs, 2010, 2011-ish. It's a franchise that has been down in the dumps right there with the Miami Marlins of being one of the worst. And it's a situation where I think if you're Philadelphia, no, we were focusing on this season. You're still within it. You got to focus now and not go, hey, Dodgers, take him now. We'll get him in the offseason and do with it now, or at least then. It's a situation if you're the Philadelphia Phillies, no, you got to get him now.
Well,
you need more pieces to get over Atlanta. Here it is. Here's one that potentially could.
Well, and also, too, you look at the situation in Los Angeles, and Machado, if he goes to L.A., will not be a third baseman. He's going to be the shortstop because Justin Turner's got that position nailed down. And I actually believe Machado's a better natural third baseman. But here's the deal. L.A. has, yes, they got more bodies, and I guarantee you the Orioles are going to want the farm for Machado.
They're going to want farm picks, probably money.
They're going to want 2-3 impact players right away. So L.A., yes, can do that.
Well, again, the Dodgers, especially where I mentioned Yasiel Puig, maybe that's a situation where they go, hey,
yeah, but
if you want this guy, he's good talent.
Why would the Orioles want to trade for a guy that's going up for free agency? They're going to want players that are going to be in play for a couple of seasons.
I'm just tossing out the scenario. Again, who knows what they will do, but it's a situation where Dodgers have, Baltimore at this point in time, you'd rather lean more on developmental players, again, what you have in your farm to go, hey, all right, we can work with these guys. Because, again, Baltimore at this point in time is not winning anytime soon. They need to develop. They need good talent to go throughout their system and make it up to the majors. And I think Philadelphia has that more than the Dodgers do at this point in time. Dodgers have been a little bit more lenient of giving away some of those farm prospects. At least, again, it's not barren, but it is, not as fresh as what Philadelphia has been building for the past, almost a decade now of going, hey,
I think
we're at the same situation where we've been building and,
I think Philadelphia's smart. I think what they do is they offer a couple, 3 players for Machado. Nothing really exciting. And if the Orioles say, nix that deal, and then they listen to the Dodgers, again, all the Dodgers are getting Machado for are 3 months. He's not going to re-sign. I guarantee
Again, for both teams,
I guarantee you Philadelphia will be aggressive next
both
round.
teams right now, what is your main focus? You're wanting to win this season. You want to make the playoffs, especially for the Philadelphia Phillies. It's a team that has not seen the postseason in quite some time.
And have you seen the infield of the Dodgers? I think the Dodgers infield is pretty set. I mean, like I said.
But again, to either team, it bolsters, it just adds a boost to them to, maybe separate themselves or eventually in the Philadelphia kind of scene, vault over Atlanta and take over that NL East position. Again, it's stupid to think that the Philadelphia Phillies are going to go, hey, Dodgers, yeah, go ahead and take them, and we'll re-sign them in the offseason and take our chances with them to see if this team can mesh well again next season in this NL East.
It's not so much the Dodgers.
That's just dumb. That's dumb thinking.
They're not saying Dodgers go ahead and take them. The Orioles,
no, I'm just saying your scenario is just.
I know, but I'm saying the Orioles are going to want too much. Philadelphia's not going to want to part with a lot of this young talent. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The Dodgers have farm in addition to current talent.
It more aligns on desperation. How desperate are the Philadelphia Phillies? How
desperate are the Orioles?
At this point, I think Baltimore is willing to take anything. I mean, it's a team that is just awful.
I know,
and it's going to be awful for
again. You're getting rid of one of your top tier players. You're not going to just give him away. You're going to want a lot in return for him. If you got a 20, and again, he's not
again,
a $20 million
Machado
player.
is not a he's a good talent.
But he's a 1-for-3 player. That's for sure. And I'm guaranteeing you right now that any team that the Orioles are talking to, they want a minimum of 3 players, and they don't want prospects.
We'll see. We'll see. Again, if Baltimore's smart, you want those prospects. Again, build around, get those younger talent. Because again, Baltimore's not winning.
You want players who can play now, and then you want the prospects as well. They're going to want the farm for Manny Machado. I guarantee you.
Again, they're going to if you see the trend in Major League Baseball, you look at the team in Pittsburgh of what they did of going, hey, Andrew McCutchen, goodbye. You were our big talent. You were our face of a franchise. See ya. Hey, Giants, you got some farm prospects and draft picks and money? Yeah, we'll take that. We'll gladly take that because, again, we're not winning anytime soon, even though Pittsburgh has been kind of that team of, the little engine that could. At least it's a team that is, higher than I would have expected them to be at this point in time of the season. But, I wouldn't doubt Baltimore does the same thing of going, hey, Machado, see ya. Thanks for everything. You didn't do anything for us. Bye-bye.
We need to take a timeout. When we come back, we have another baseball note to pass along the way. Interesting development that's happening in St. Louis, and we'll be back after these words.
Chick-fil-A is a proud supporter of our high school athletes at East, Central, and South. May the school year bring success to all of you. Before you start your day, stop by Chick-fil-A for a hearty, delicious, and satisfying breakfast, only at Windmill and Del Range. Breakfast is served Monday through Saturday from 6 in the morning till 10:30 a.m. Breakfast with Chick-fil-A, the most important meal of the day at Windmill and Del Range.
Are you thinking about purchasing a home? Then Platte Valley Bank can help. With Platte Valley Bank, you can count on local decisions and expect to work with an experienced staff to design a loan to fit your needs. Just log on to pvbank.com and fill out our online application. We have money to lend, and at Platte Valley Bank, we are in the business of fulfilling dreams, enriching lives, and building our community one loan at a time.
All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions may apply. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The time is now, and the place to go is Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service for their annual model clearance sale of Jayco RVs and fifth wheels. This is your year to travel the countryside, and what better way with your Jayco RV from Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service. And to put you on the road today, save 30% on their annual model clearance. Their savings are always the best on whatever model you select. Come see and take home your favorite today when you buy from Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service at 6102 East Highway 30 in Cheyenne, or go online to jollyrogersrvs.com.
Is your teenager ready to drive?
Come on, Mom. Let's go.
Sorry, you're not ready to drive yet.
What? Come on.
You need to complete a driver's ed class first.
The Wyoming-Montana Safety Council offers a complete driver's education program taught by Tim Woodard, former Laramie County School District's driver's ed teacher. Classes are starting soon. Please call 635-4592 to sign up or go to wmsafetycouncil.org. Wyoming, Montana Safety Council. Think safe, live safe.
Wow, it's hot enough out there to fry chicken. So now's the time to find ways to beat the heat, and Marv's Plumbing and Heating, 1515 Logan Avenue, is the best place to go to get cool. Marv's Plumbing and Heating, which provides complete air conditioning, installation, inspection, and repair services, is offering its air conditioning inspections for just $98. So beat the heat right now by calling Marv's Plumbing and Heating today at 316-7634. That's 316-7634.
John Mason here for Lincoln Way Liquor. I want to thank Cheyenne for helping us grow during our first year of business. We have over 5,000 new customers in our database in just 13 months. Our customers love our low prices, free ice, 2% credit for future purchases, and some really friendly service. And we always have 16 weekly specials on beer, wine, and liquor. We ask you to compare Lincoln Way Liquor, 2825 East Lincoln Way. We're not the largest, but we might just be the best.
When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think authentic Italian. When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think made fresh from scratch. When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think great pizza, delicious Philly cheesesteak, superb hot and cold Italian sandwiches, meatballs, sausage and special subs, calzones, crisp salads, and great service. When you say Mondello's Pizzeria, think unmatched Italian taste. Mondello's Pizzeria, 1507 Stillwater Avenue, your only true Italian stop for lunch or dinner.
Here's the latest weather forecast on 1480 K-Ray.
For tonight, it'll be mostly cloudy with thunderstorms likely in the afternoon with highs around 82. And for tonight, it'll be partly cloudy with rain showers likely with lows around 56. On Wednesday, it'll be sunny with highs around 87. And on Wednesday night, it'll be mostly clear with lows around 57.
You bleed brown and gold? So do we. Wyoming Cowboys football and basketball is always front and center on this show. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today, and it's here on AM 1480 K-Ray.
Well, it's going to be interesting here for the next couple of weeks before the trading deadline is up. You know who I'd like to see, Nick, and I want to move on to our next thing, what's going on in St. Louis. But I would like to see the Giants go after the kid out of Florida. Was it Barraclough? The Kyle Barraclough, he's their closer.
I have no idea.
Oh, he's their closer. I would love to see them go.
You have two closers already right now.
Well, bye Melanson. Okay, he's a waste of money, just like we saw the kid from Cleveland. Bye. Okay.
All right.
And
Well,
Dyson,
again,
and move Dyson back to where he belongs. He's a 7th, 8th inning.
Dyson's questionable. He can be good at some times. Again,
And Hunter Strickland?
Yeah, I think the Strickland, that situation is kind of run its course right now where he's just a head case and he is not reliable at all. He needs to go bye-bye, and hopefully some team is willing to give something up for him. But no, I think, again, Giants, I'm not afraid to say that that team is going to be mildly aggressive. They're not going to be of what they were years past, but I would not be surprised if they do make some moves and move some pieces again. It is a situation where minus Brandon Crawford and Buster Posey, at least those were the two names, everyone on that Giants lineup right now is available for trade.
All right, in St. Louis, and again, Mike Matheny, who had an okay run as the manager of the Cardinals, and again,
he had a few World Series.
You know, you look at the Cardinal skippers of the past. You had Tony La Russa, you had Joe Torre in there. You had Whitey Herzog, the late Red Chaindeans. I mean, this is a traditional team that that has stability, especially in the front office. Your general managers, your managers.
I guess.
All right, so Matheny and a lot of his staff get ousted. And now the interest is in longtime Cardinals catcher Yadier Molina to be player manager. He has 1 year left on his contract, and that would be, I think, through 2020. Excuse me. His contract is good through 2020.
So that's 2 years.
So the possibility might be handed to him or extended to him by Cardinals management. That's interesting because
again, Matheny, he was a young manager and it did work of a former player.
He was also a catcher.
I know that as well, but I'm just saying it's a situation where it has worked before, but is it something that I wouldn't doubt Cardinal fans would be at least happy to hear about this. Certainly would like to pick the mind of Kevin McKinney about this again. He being a Cardinals fan, but again, how often is it something who is fresh off of MLB, to step off away from the field and then take over the reins? Again, it worked with Matheny, but is it with Molina? Is it going to be a situation where it does?
Well, now Molina spent his entire year with the Cardinal organization, 15 years. And again, would have 2 years left on his deal. Now, again, I bet you wouldn't know who the last player manager was in Major League Baseball.
The last?
Yeah, you would never guess who it was.
Mike Matheny.
No, Frank Robinson when he took over the Cleveland job. So we're talking some 40 plus
but
years ago.
How did that go?
Well, not good. Cleveland was not a good team, and Robinson was instilled as the first black manager in Major League Baseball. Matter of fact, I think if anything Robinson had as a manager, I think his best runs were in San Francisco. But
it's a situation where, again, player manager, it's a situation where is that asking too much out of you of going, all right, well, again, not saying you can look and see, the manager's just kind of sitting there not doing anything, or again, there are been those criticisms, but no, it's like as management though, especially of a Major League Baseball team, there's a lot going into it, and Yadier, he's going to want to be out there again.
He still wants to play, absolutely.
It's a guy that was still getting votes for the All-Star game this season, before at least the injury and everything.
This begs the question though. You said the same thing about Buster. He's slowing down a little bit as catcher, and the Giants are trying to find.
I wouldn't say he's slowing down, but it is a situation that the Giants are trying to move him around. Of going, all right, let's get a little more longevity and put you at first base or wherever. But with Yadier, he's not really that guy. He loves being a catcher though. He loves being behind that dish. Again, it's a situation where he's done it consistently. Again, it's not the guy's still getting All-Star votes at this point in time in his career. And even with the injury that he did have this year. Yeah. Sorry. I don't think he's really – he's not in the prime, but he's still a good player. And is it a situation where, again, you put him in that situation, is it a little too much for him to handle?
Well, I don't know. Well, here's the deal. Molina knows that the Cardinals organization is looking for him to add a stabilizing influence in the clubhouse. And again, they got rid of Matheny after 6.5 seasons. They got an interim manager right now. I don't think this guy is going to hang on as the Cardinals skipper when the season ends.
Who knows?
So again, and the Cardinals, or again, let's be real honest. The Cardinals baseball organization is one of great stability. It is. I mean, they.
I mean,
you want to go.
They're not Cincinnati Reds bad.
No, you want to go to work for St. Louis. And again, too, when you go to Busch, the fans are going to be there. It's a baseball community.
Well, but they got nothing else in that.
Yeah, town. But the thing with Molina, though, again, he, like you said, he is an older veteran. He's winding down his career. Does he have 1-2 more years left? Who knows?
Yeah.
And the thing is, the Cardinals already know they have that guy in place to run the big club. And they're going to take a chance on a guy like Molina without having him go down to single A, double A, or triple A to be a skipper. They want him on the big club right away. So it tells me that ownership, along with the general manager, see something that you and I don't see in Molina. And again, right now,
I mean, he's already been a leader of that clubhouse.
They're already not so much backing away from the current.
But is it going to be a situation where he can't? Again, nothing against Yadier Molina, but is it a situation where again going from player management to at least becoming a full-time manager, getting retiring from at least playing? Is it a situation where you still get that feel where his mind might not be in the right place of going, I still want to be out there playing, and that kind of that muddles the manager.
That's why the player management thing is going to be a little tough. But I see where St. Louis is kind of just throwing this out there because simply for the fact that he is relatable to the veterans, and he's also relatable to the younger guys coming up, and he would be something that they can instill right away. And possibly be a positive.
But again,
influence.
it's nothing set in stone. Anyways, we're near the top of the hour.
All right, so we're near the top of the hour.
Again, it's a condensed show, post 6 in action here at 4
Nick's
o'clock.
going to go out and watch some baseball
It's
today.
sunny so far, even though we're under a severe thunderstorm warning until at least 4:15. But it looks like that game's going to be a go here coming up at 4.
I would think so.
Again, it's sunny both ways, so I don't know where this severe thunderstorm went.
Let's hope it went north.
It wasn't even here. It just lightly rained.
So the bottom line is we'll have a 4 o'clock start, first of a twin bill at Powers Field between Post Sixers and the Laramie Rangers. So with that all being said, we want to remind you coming up this evening from 8 until 10, it's our Golden Age of Radio Theater, Red Skelton ×2 from 8 until 9, and Suspense Theater from 9 until 10. We always wrap up our program.
What about a show coming up tomorrow morning?
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow is
7 a.m. The Hope for Today. You don't even know what we play on here. Are you kidding me?
No, I was going to say the Baptist Church program, Hope for Today.
That's what the title is. Don't let him confuse you, folks. It's called Hope for Today with Pastor Inslee out of Blessed Hope Baptist Church out of Burns, Wyoming. Again, I don't know why you do not. Again, you own these things, but you don't know what the programming is. Come on now. Give him a nice little promotion because again, he's working his butt off, giving us 15-minute. You
know what I'm doing? I'm going to pay him and not pay you this time. How does that sound?
Yeah.
All right, well, that all being said, we have that coming up at 7 o'clock tomorrow, so do join us for that program. And we always like to wrap up our program with this date in history, so we'll throw it back over to Nick, unfortunately.
Just you be quiet. You be quiet for a second. It is July 17th. We'll go back to the year 2005. This, how do I describe this? This player won this tournament, and he was the second person to do something of significance in this sport of golf.
That would be Tiger Woods.
All right.
Winning the Claret Cup in Scotland, and I think he – what did he do?
He was the second ever to do this.
Second?
After winning –
to win back-to-back championships.
Wrong. So it was July 17, 2005, the 134th edition of the British Golf Open. Tiger Woods, he ends up shooting a 274 at St. Andrews to win his 10th major and becomes the only second golfer after Jack Nicklaus to win each major more than once. After winning the British Open back on this day in 2005, and now Tiger Woods can't even buy a victory at this point.
All right, well, Mr. Opinionated across the way.
I'm just saying, even Chrissy agreed with me yesterday that Tiger Woods is not winning anything anytime soon.
And I really hope he does, so we can just shove it right down your throat.
He had his chance at the Masters. And
all the other dumb things that you said.
Oh,
all right, we are going to take...
Who went with Tiger in the Masters?
We will be back tomorrow from 3